WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
And we'll look forward to that. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. It's February 2nd.
It's today.
It's Groundhog Day. I'm Matt Bucco.
I'm Caitlin Smith. Let's talk about that warm-up, Christine.
Yes, the warm-up is coming. We could hit 30 today.
Okay.
We could hit 34 tomorrow. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's promising.
Freezing.
We're getting there. It's just not going to be as harsh this week. So you can see here on our Storm Team Live Radar Network, it is clear this morning. Still a little bit brisk, so we still have to deal with that pesky wind chill. But right now, temperatures are in the teens. It's 16 in York, 19 in Lebanon, 18 in Chambersburg. And there's your wind speed ranging from about 5 to 15 miles per hour. So that's going to put our wind chills down in the single digits. At least we don't have sub-zero wind chills for the time being, but we'll keep an eye on that for you this morning. 12-hour forecast today. We see mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. Highs touch 30 degrees, but that bitter northwesterly breeze, it's going to be blowing at about 11 miles per hour, and that should keep our wind chills in the teens most of the day. So it's cold, but it's not as harsh as it was last week. We'll take a look at the 10-day and some minor chances for snow this week as well coming up.
We are following some breaking news out of York County this morning. 911 dispatchers tell us that utility wires are down after a crash in Jackson Township, that is just west of York City. Dispatchers say that one vehicle was involved in that crash. It happened about 1 o'clock this morning on Bowman Road. At one point, Med-Ed was reporting 91 power outages in that area, but only a few outages remain as of now. Well, maybe the cold temperatures have you hoping for an early spring or at least some warm up here.
Right.
Today is Groundhog Day, so all eyes on Punxsutawney Phil's prediction later this morning.
So here's how it works. If he sees his shadow, it's said to mean 6 more weeks of winter. And if he doesn't, then it's an early spring. And the borough of Punxsutawney, which is out in western PA, is hosting a big event for this today.
This year, we're not anticipating that large of a crowd because it's going to be falling on a Monday. The temperatures sometimes do hinder that a little bit, but we still expect a large crowd. We never really know, but we anticipate, thousands of people. We don't know what that thousands will look like until that morning of.
It was big last year. Organizers say back then, Groundhog Day brought out more than 52,000 people to Gobbler's Knob.
You don't have to go just to Punxsutawney for this. There are multiple Groundhog Day events and predictions happening in the Susquehanna Valley. So we have the ones to tell you about. The only live prognosticating groundhogs are Elliot and Lily. They're from Acorn Acres Wildlife Rehabilitation. They choose between different snacks, which signify either a longer winter or an early spring. Their prediction set for 10 this morning at the Conestoga House and Gardens in Lancaster Township. Tickets are required for that. News 8's Gabrielle Thomas will be joining us live in the next half hour with a preview of this morning's event.
Let's stay in Lancaster County. In Manheim Township, there is M.T. Parker, which is a plush groundhog. Last year, he saw his shadow and did predict 6 more weeks of winter. He'll be making his prediction today from Stauffer Mansion. That's set for 7 this morning. That event is free if you'd like to attend.
There's also Mount Joy Mini gearing up for a prediction. New this year, all the children who go to see Mini with a fun hat on will win a prize. This event, also free, starts at 7 o'clock this morning at the Rotary Clock on the corner of East Main Street and Marietta Avenue in Mount Joy.
And in Quarryville, Lancaster County, in the southern part of the county, there is Octororo Orphy. Last year, he did predict an early spring.
In York, the Elks Lodge hosts Poor Richard's prediction. The event benefits a charity each year. We'll find out which one later this morning. That prediction is at 7 o'clock.
Staying in York County, Dover Doug is holding his prediction at Lair Park on Davidsburg Road. That is set for this morning. Now, he is a mascot. You see some video there. He does a dance off to show his prediction. This video is from 2024.
And in Myerstown, Lebanon County, Uni, which is a taxidermied groundhog, placed on a raft for a ride down the Toppelhawken Creek as part of its prediction. The event starts, you can see this video here, at 8 o'clock this morning at Myerstown Recreation Park on South College Street. Last year, Uni predicted 6 more weeks of winter. Right now, if you plan to fly without a real ID, you have to pay a charge for that. The new rule requiring you to pay $45 if you don't have a real ID started yesterday. We caught up with some travelers going through HIA, including some who had to pay to get through security.
I did fly with people that did, and it cost them not only additional money, but they were late getting to our flight. So luckily they did make it.
TSA says travelers without a real ID or another acceptable form of ID should expect longer wait times, but there are options to prepay that fee in advance. To see a full list of acceptable forms of ID for TSA, you can go to our website, WGAL.com.
It is 4:35 and 2 state senators from the Susquehanna Valley are introducing a bill to try to encourage more people to become hunters. Democratic State Senator James Malone, who represents part of Lancaster County, and Republican State Senator Doug Mastriano, who serves parts of Adams and Franklin counties, says that they are trying to address a decline in hunting. So the bill would guarantee first-time hunters a free antlerless deer tag for 1 year once you do complete a hunter-trapper education course and buy your first standard hunting license.
Governor Shapiro is planning to give his budget address this week. It'll be given inside the state legislature at the state capitol in Harrisburg. His address is the governor's way of laying out his priorities for the year, what programs he wants to see funded, and by how much. It's up to the legislature, though, to pass the budget. This speech is set for 11:30 tomorrow morning.
In Adams County, crews spent about 3 hours on the scene of this house fire in Hamilton Township. It started around 6:45 last evening on Cottage Drive near the Conawago Creek. Firefighters were there until about 10 last night. No injuries were reported.
We're learning more this morning about an investigation into a fight between two women in York. City Police Commissioner Michael Muldrow says a woman pulled out a gun during that fight. It was outside E.F. Smith School Friday morning. Muldrow says investigators interviewed that woman and reviewed the case with the DA's office. According to Muldrow, the DA's office says the woman was within her rights to have the gun and showed it to protect herself. He says that she will not face any charges. Police say the other woman, Genesis Perez, is charged with disorderly conduct.
This morning, we are expecting new details on an investigation to a murder-suicide in York County. York County Regional Police say officers were called to the Spring Hollow Apartments on East 3rd Avenue just after 3 Saturday afternoon. Now, officers have not released any other details or the names of the people killed. They say that the York County coroner is still notifying family members.
Right now, police in Lancaster are looking for a man who they say shot a teenage girl last week. Officers say that they're looking for Darius Edmond, who's 22. They say that they responded to a home on South Pearl Street around 2:15 in the morning last week. It was last Tuesday for reports of gunshots. Police say they found the victim, the girl, with a non-life-threatening injury.
A Lancaster County man is set to spend 2 life sentences behind bars for shooting and killing his estranged wife and his sister-in-law, and also shooting his son. The Lancaster County District Attorney says Santiago Payano Sanchez pled guilty to shooting all 3 victims at his home on Oak Hollow Drive in West Hempfield Township in October. The DA's office says he will serve those sentences without the possibility of parole.